One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Utah Utes offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Using the quick game. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. The give on the option. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. He's looking to pass. Got it behind the lines. It's Tanner. Breaks into the open. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Caught behind the line. It's Sturgeon. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. The give. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 35, he's got room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Utes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll keep it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On target to the left. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He's open on the right. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like third and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on third and long.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Isaac. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense onto the field again.
Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll do it himself. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I would love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some...
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And here comes the punt team. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Plows through the defense. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
To the air on second down. Takes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Splits the uprights. Good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Isaac. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. He's got it on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Tight end now in motion. To the air on first down. Release to the back. Got his man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Calls his own number. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to surge it in. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Corrals it at the 45. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. With the run on 1st and goal. And he plows his way into the end zone.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the returner will be brought down. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll go to the ground. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Utes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%.
Breaks into the open on the left. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short?
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Power football with the run. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be 4th down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to escape and there he goes. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knock that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the option. Finds a little space. Turning it on. And it's a touchdown. They They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Akron. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Finds his tight end. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And the Utes look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. On target.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Setting up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looking to throw again. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Utes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. So an 82-yard drive there. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Utes will hustle to the line.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. They want to run this quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got it in the middle, it's Tanner. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. A lot of urgency for this offense. Looking to fire. Finds his back in the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Everybody and their brother showing blitz. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. Made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He's looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge 4th down play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. Looking for the score. And he's in for the touchdown. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.